brightly along the Mississippi here tonight. 2K Sports presents. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Last season.
There is a lot of character on that team. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there at Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Batum. Ibaka, the pass to George. Beverly for 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped. And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you, the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
Here's Beverly. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Now here's Ingram. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Brandon Ingram showing some toughness that time. That's a strong finish.
Leonard attacking, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Ball, the pass to Adams. Ibaka against Ingram. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Ingram and that body and that maturation showing off in plays just like that.
And George kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Bledsoe after the basket by Los Angeles. Back to ball from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Now here's Batum. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now the Pelicans on the break. And it's Ingram missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Beverly, the pass to Batum. Kicks it to George. A shot by Batum, no good. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 2. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Ibaka, this is to Leonard. Oh, that was something else.
Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Clippers leading by 4. Now the Clippers moving it up. Looking for George. He gets it there. The 3. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ingram. No one near him. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one, and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it. They pass it. They can shoot it from the free throw line. They give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Passes it to Melly. Redick with it. Now the pass to Hayes. To the inside. Melly banked in off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Jackson against Redick. Oh, Morris in position.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And so it's New Orleans with it. It's a 5-point game. Outside, Redick. Here's Ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And there was so much hoopla around Ball when he first entered the league. But lately, a lot of that seems to have died down.
I feel like it's settling in, and the change of scenery for Lonzo Ball after being number 2 and being in Los Angeles and being home. Maybe being away has been the best thing for him to start to focus on the task at hand.
Kennard for 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Now Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Zubac finds Williams. Hayes with the steal. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. So they take the lead.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Redick passes to Hayes. And yes, it's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Kennard on the wing. It's deflected. Morris, no good. New Orleans in the lead. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Ball's running. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That's good from Ball.
Lonzo is doing a better job at this stage of taking his game just a lot more serious when he came into the league.
And he makes that one. Ball's got 5 now.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Jackson passes to Zubac. The kick out to Williams. And here's Jackson in the corner. Kennard with it. And again, no good by the Clippers. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Pelicans on top as they wrap up the first quarter. Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. They've got Bledsoe. He's out there with J.J. Redick. Hart is out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the 4. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report. Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Adams, he's checked in for Hayes. Williamson comes in for Nicolo Melli. And it's Brandon Ingram in for J.J. Redick. And George with the stuff.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control, even at full speed.
New Orleans leading by 5. A floater and the rejection by Ibaka. Oh, Leonard in position. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far.
Good awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Pass to Adams. He kicks it to Ingram. And that one drops for him.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And the Pelicans with possession here. 3-point lead. Bledsoe kicks to Adams. It's Ingram on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. And that one's good. Ingram.
And it's easy to see just how dangerous Ingram is in the pick and roll. His size, the long arms, the shooting ability. The D has no clue as to what to do.
And again, the Clippers turn it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Bledsoe. Adams trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
How about the speed of Bledsoe on that drive right there? Fantastic at slashing inside and finishing.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ball's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the three-point shot.
Here's Ingram. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Jackson, that's good.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Mr. Williamson. Shoots over Batum. And it's Williamson missing. Clippers trail by 4. Down low. Here's Leonard. Batum trying to break loose. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Jackson.
The strength in that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Here's Ingram. Here's Williamson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Pelicans. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. in that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And they're on the break. Lays it up and banks it in. Ingram's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pelicans.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That sends Reggie Jackson to the free throw line. Lonzo Ball picks one up. Los Angeles shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Here's Ball. He has 5. 44 seconds left in the first half. Here's Melly. Zubac's defending. 5 to shoot. Ball no good. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson passes to Morris. Ingram against Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
He had 18 points. Certain guys give their teams a lot more than the box score would indicate.
Staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Batum. Kennard is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Ball no good. Clippers trail by 6. Leonard kicks to Kennard. Here's Leonard. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Ball dishes to Adams. Out to the right wing. Outside, Ball. From deep three-point range. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Ball's got 8 points.
And that kind of shot is not going to do anything to dissuade him from shooting the next one.
And starting really from when he was born, Williamson has been slated for greatness.
But when your parents name you after Mount Zion, which is the highest point in ancient Jerusalem, there might be some blessings coming your way.
Pelicans leading by 5. Now, here's Ball. He's got 8. Williamson right side. Here's Adams, and he uses the glass on the way. Adams has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, the awareness and the natural playmaking ability starting to show up in Zion's play.
And the Clippers call time here. It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
Bounce pass, Ingram. Williamson kicks to Ingram. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Here's Kennard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Steven Adams picks one up. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
He hits both from the stripe. Here is Bledsoe. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Pass to Adams. Ingram outside. Back to Adams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. It's just very solid offense.
George finds Patterson. Outside Leonard. And here's George. Shot clock at 5. No good on the triple. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Redick is checked in. And the Clippers with a change here too. Jackson's checked in. Clippers on defense. Here's Zubac. Pelicans pull it in. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williamson outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williamson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pelicans.
Well, the closer that Zion is going to get, the more effective he's going to become.
And the Clippers call time here. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Leonard attacking. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Here's Redick. And the layup's good off the glass. Redick's got the lead back up to 9 now for New Orleans.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Zubac the pass to Beverly. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. 1:32 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Hart, defended by Beverly. Hart, no good. Clippers trail by 7. One-on-one fast break. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
New Orleans gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Ball's checked in for New Orleans. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Anderson down low. Adams defending. Count it. Ibaka's got 6.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Here's Ingram. Great that time from Leonard.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
Ball against Beverly. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
That's impressive finish and getting the hoop to go from Lonzo Ball.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. George dishes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pelicans leading by 4.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Ingram with it. 23 points in the game. Unloads, but they'll get another chance. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might... And I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. All out there at Bledsoe. Then it's Zion Williamson. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Redick in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pelicans leading by 6. Now Williamson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, last year, Williamson entered the NBA as one of the most well-known rookies since LeBron James.
Already had millions of followers on social media, global name recognition. He has an above-the-rim game that produces the kinds of highlights that people want to see.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Williams has checked in. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. A 3 from Morris gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And the one thing about Morris, he doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Bledsoe outside. Williamson in the post. Defended by Batum. Adams. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Williams. Batum trying to break loose. Yep, that one goes in there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Bledsoe outside. The pass to Williamson. Fades. Hits the front of the rim and out. And Los Angeles guys shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Here's Ball. Tips it, and it's Adams on the follow. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce.
Ibaka, no luck.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And it's Ball penetrating. And he comes up with the deuce. And now a 9-point Pelican lead.
Alonzo with a nice shake right there as his handles opened up that dribble move.
Morris kicks to Beverly. Back to Morris. Pass to Beverly. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And he banks in the layup. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in. on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically, he is not the major force.
Car might be more accurate.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Leonard comes in for Morris. Jackson, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Ball with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Back to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Well, tough to stick with Steven Adams on that play. Great at diving into the open space after the massive screen.
And the Clippers call time here. And now, a moment.
Exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 10 to the middle, and stolen by Williamson. Here's Hart, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Yeah, way to play an attack mode and get to the line.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within single digits. And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're leading by 8. 1:58 left in the game. Bledsoe with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Stolen by Zubac. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And he's good on the 3-ball.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Williamson. A second chance effort. And Adams kicks to Hart. And the 3-ball is good. Hart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a play. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Bledsoe outside. And it's blocked. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. On defense, the Pelicans. 8-point game. And here's Leonard from 3. No good that time. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Inside. Hart, that's good.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pelicans.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments I thought for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Steven Adams.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart.
Eric Bledsoe bounced around a little bit in the early part of his career under the tutelage of Chris Paul when he first came into the league. Seems like he's found a home here, very much settling into his role.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Gets the first, that'll push the lead to double digits. He's perfect from the line this time.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Bledsoe. Got a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. .15 left in the fourth. And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Good on both. Knocked loose. Morris looking over the floor. Kennard for three. It's good from long range.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough, because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
So New Orleans wins it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt